Okay, so the work I've been doing on highways for now last almost 20 years, we about 20 years ago said there are two types of hazards. So we're immediately creating two classes there. One we called a state. That is a hazard, the severity of which depends upon its duration. So if it's there for a very short time, the potential severity is lower. If it's there for a long time, the severity is higher. Now you can say those are related, and maybe it's not severity, maybe it's probability of a severity. But we said there are states. We want to be very clear how long the state lasts for. And then we said there are events. They are short duration hazards, and we've been debating fairly recently what we mean by that. But a short duration hazard, and the severity depends therefore on the frequency of it, really, and has nothing to do with its duration. So we separated those out in our minds about 18 years ago. We've recently been back round that loop. We have on highways about 120 hazards we like to use. And we actually went back round it and said, a lot of the ones we've had as events aren't. They're states. And we changed them, and that has changed our risk perspective on highways. Because how you define them, a state or event, affects how you analyze them, and it affects your view of the risk, was what we believe. I then went through all my previous work in other sectors and said, you know what, we've always had states and events, but only the chemical sector said if it's a state, then the dose is what you use to assess the risk. And if it's an event, the direct impact is what you use. So the simple example would be an explosion, it's the overpressure. But a chemical release, it's how long that release is for. If you release chlorine for 30 minutes, the severity will be very different from releasing it for 10 seconds.
Interesting.